Hola estudiantes! So it's time for you to do your homework for Friday. First thing you should do is log into Blackboard. Next, you should go to our course's Blackboard site. Then you should read the announcements. According to the announcement, we need to read Chapter 1, with special focus on pages 1 through 22. We should watch the grammar video tutorials on pages 1 through 22, use the vocabulary pronunciation on those pages as well, and explore other resources in the ebook on pages 1 through 22. Then, we should look at the assignment calendar and complete all of the activities listed for August 28th. So, it sounds like we're going to have to go to the iLearn Learning Center. And I was already logged in. This is my student view. So, I'm going to open the Learning Center. First, I'm going to look at the ebook. And I don't need that view. And I'm going to go to page 1. At the beginning of every chapter, there's a learning strategy, and also a list of what the goals and objectives for the chapter are. Next, I'm going to practice the vocabulary.
Buenos días. Hasta luego. Chao. Le presento a... ¿Dónde? ¿Cuándo? La estudiante. ¿De dónde eres tú? El libro. La silla.
Now I know that the pronunciation for la silla is la silla, and I won't make a mistake. I now know how to pronounce two L's. Je. Looking at page 5, here's an activity here. Here's the text audio. These are all activities. And this, I can listen to the text audio so I can practice.
El alfabeto. A. B.
B.
C.
C.
D.
D. And here at the bottom of the page are some ESAM activities, student activity manual activities. On page 6, there's a link to these textbook activities. On page 7, some more links to textbook activities. And there's always a link to some music to do more research on a topic for these culture sections. For the grammar section, there is a contextualized video that shows the structure in action, and then there is this tutorial with a lecture on the grammar structure that we're studying. And you can download the transcript, the audio transcript, and you can download the whole tutorial.
Nouns. Gender of nouns. In Spanish, nouns are either masculine or feminine.
So those are the tutorials that the professor told me I needed to watch. On page 9, another audio of the numbers this time.
0, 10, 19, 20.
And links to the textbook activities. And if I put my mouse right there under the A, I can see when the activity is due. This one's due on the 31st. More links to the activities, including the audio that accompanies the activity. More links at the bottom that are workbook activities. Another contextualized video and another tutorial. Page 12, higher numbers.
28, 80, 100.
101.
And to textbook activities. Page 13, an activity here and an activity there. Notice they don't have an A. That means they were not assigned. And an activity here, and another activity, as well as 3 workbook activities at the bottom of the page 14. Page 15 has links to the activities in the textbook, and also the addition of
Los
vocabulary.
artículos escolares.
I can listen to
La
the audio.
copiadora. Gratis.
On page 16, there is a reading activity, and I can complete it here. Some comprehension questions, and an activity to do after reading the reading. Page 18, new vocabulary.
El hombre. Alto. Agresivo. Agresiva. Honesto. Honesta.
Yesterday we did this activity together in the lab just to see a little example of how the activities look. And then on page 19 there are more textbook activities and workbook activities at the bottom. And page 20, a new culture section with links, including this link to a research online to further explore. I highly recommend that you all look up Rigoberta Menchú. She's a very important figure, especially for 121 in the study of Guatemala. And page 22. And this is where we stop, at least with our main focus. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and X out. Remember, you could highlight things if you want for yourself. It keeps the highlight in your book. You can also write notes for yourself and place them in the book, and it's kind of like leaving notes for yourself in a book. And so now I'm going to close my ebook. And now that I've closed it, I'm back in the Learning Center. And I'm going to go to the assignment calendar, because that's what the instructions said for me to do. And I'm going to look here on Friday, August 28th, at the list. And here are all the activities that I need to do. Looks like I've only finished one, and my score's not that great, so I better take advantage of the 2 additional attempts that I have remaining. So you just click on an activity, hit start, and do the activity. This one is a más práctica, meaning it's based on one of these grammar tutorial videos. This at the top is our accented letters and other diacritical marks, and you can use that to type accented letters. So this isn't the right answer, but just to give you an example, if I wanted to write como as a question, I could click here on the question mark, C, and then I click here on the accented O, M-O. Some of you got this one wrong on the homework from yesterday. It should be difícil with an accented I. So you will not get it marked as correct if you're missing accent marks. And here in iLearn is a menu with all the accented letters as well as the proper punctuation marks there for you. So make sure you use that. I'm going to go back to the assignment calendar. As I complete activities, I will see that I've completed them. You see I got a 0 on the one I just opened because I didn't really answer any questions. And you want to go through and finish them all. You're allowed 3 attempts, and I learn grades based on your best attempt. So you'll want to make sure you finish all of the activities. I hope this helps you as you prepare for class, and that should be a good start for all of you. Ciao!